action, death-defying stunts, exotic locations, nefarious villains, and ancient artifacts. These are the reasons why our nation has become obsessed with the bombastic film serial, The Adventures of Mitch McCracken. Week by week, filmgoers, such as yourselves, flock to the local movie theater to enjoy each exciting new installment. But I need not tell you all this because you all are huge fans of The Adventures of Mitch McCracken, aren't you? But perhaps you did not know this. These films aren't just pulp stories cooked up by Hollywood. They're based on true events. Now, you all know of Nick Finch, Mitch McCracken's loyal companion who accompanies him on every adventure. Well, I am the real Nick Finch. In the flesh. And I have accompanied Mitch on many adventures throughout the years. Now, through the decade of the 1930s, Hollywood has put our stories on the silver screen. But due to limited budgets, rudimentary effects, and puritanical sensibilities, they failed to capture them and their true glory. Well, let's see. For example, in Mitch McCracken and the Ruby Staff, when Mitch enters the Chamber of Terror, he faces a room full of cobras. Well, that's what happens in the film, please. But in real life, he faced much more terrifying creatures. Who here can guess what those creatures were?
Used car salesman.
That is correct. Used car salesmen popping out from every corner of the temple, trying to sell us Model Ts when they were out of fashion. But let's see another example. In Mitch McCracken and the Sapphire Compass, Mitch and I had to traverse the treacherous tundra. The obstacle that we faced in the film was a hailstorm. But in real life, we faced a much more treacherous obstacle. Can you guess, what is that?
Volcanic eruption.
A volcanic eruption. That is correct. Most tundras do not have volcanoes, but this one snuck up on us. It exploded right beneath our feet, and we were thrown 100 feet in the air. We did loop-de-loops and twirls and landed on our backs. But apparently that was too hard to show in a Hollywood film. Let's see. Lastly, in Mitch McCracken and the Emerald Crown, the villainous LaRue perished when he fell from the horrendous cliffs. But can you guess what much more horrendous fate LaRue faced?
Quicksand.
Quicksand. Yes, it was hard to see. There was LaRue sinking. We could have done something, but we didn't. He was villainous after all, and he sunk, his lips filling with sand, until gone. And so you see, the films do not hold a torch to the real adventures of Mitch McCracken. And that's why I've gathered you all here today to tell you the 100% true tales of the adventures of Mitch McCracken. Now, which quest to tell you about, because there are oh so many. Perhaps I could use the help from a brave junior adventurer out there in the audience. If you would like to help me choose the quest you will hear about tonight, raise your hand. I see a junior adventurer. Would you please come down and join me? Please give this junior adventurer a round of applause. Come stand right here. Junior adventurer, what is your name? Shashvat. Shashvat, are you ready to help me pick the artifact that we are going to hear about tonight?
Yes.
Take a step this way. Bring out the artifacts. Shashvat, bring me the one that speaks to you the most. The quest for the Amber Jewel. It's my favorite adventure. Good pick. Let's hear a big round for Shotgun. You've all no doubt seen the film based on this adventure. Now that film picks up at the tail end of our previous adventure before we go after the Amber Jewel. In the film that was set in a forest. But in real life, we were actually in a much more unique location. Can you guess, what was that location? Oh, I heard something up there.
Woolworths.
Woolworths, yes. The department store, no less. There was a fracas going about, people scurrying this way and that. It was the holiday season, and they were trying to get the finest items procured for their loved ones. Now in the back, behind the sales rack, emerging was none other than Mitch McCracken!
Never seen so many people. Never seen so many people scurrying in a Woolworths before. Nick?
Mitch, it looks like the sale's over.
Damn it.
Don't worry, I'm sure the medallion's still about.
I sure hope so, Nick. For our sake.
Mitch, I'm sure your girlfriend will love it.
She has to love it, Nick. Because Meredith has stolen my heart, and I want to rekindle something that I feel that's been lost.
I want to do the same thing, so I picked up this lingerie for my gal.
Lingerie, huh?
Yes.
It's a little obvious, don't you think, Nick? A little too much on the nose?
You think so, Mitch?
Well, who am I to say, Nick? I haven't been really the ladies' man my entire life. Having been on so many adventures, I've never had time to really cultivate my love life.
Well, I think this new girl will stick around, as long as you get her that medallion.
At Woolworths? Nick, I'm having a hard time.
I got those blueprints you asked for. And remember, I could lose my job as a security if you guys get caught, okay? So, make it quick. Keep a lookout.
Here.
Thank you. What
Enjoy
time
your
is the store
holidays.
closed, Nick?
10 p.m., Mitch.
That's in 1 minute.
Don't worry. I bribed him. We should be all alone.
There's the last security guard and shopkeep.
Yeah.
The doors are locked. The blueprint here says that actually, right beneath one of these tiles is the ancient Woolworthian entrance. Do you hear anything hollow, Nick?
Wait! Hit that one again.
The echo.
Yes.
Let me jump on it. That must be it, Nick. Grab it on the top, get your nails in there.
It sure is dark down there, Mitch.
Hello!
Hello!
Mitch, it's polite. How are you?
Huh. Mitch, according to the blueprints, that's the sealed off basement department.
It is, Nick. Hold on a second. I see an inscription right here on the edge. It's in Latin. Indombrie cantus nimacare. Now, I know you know what that means, Nick. What was the lesson I taught you last year?
How to understand rudimentary Latin?
That's right. Incande cantus inacare.
That means dangerous activities. Stay away.
That's exactly right. But that never deterred us, did it, Nick?
No. After you, Mitch. Whoa! Oh, you pulled me in.
That was my intention.
Wait, Mitch.
This cavern. I can barely see. Do you have a match or a lighter? I seem to have misplaced mine. I quit smoking.
Here.
Thank you. Do you have a cigarette?
Why do you need a cigarette, Mitch?
Because I quit smoking. I don't carry them with me anymore. Great. Helps me think.
Oh, here's the light switch.
Oh. Here you go. You see that over there?
That mannequin. It's so chiseled.
I've never seen a mannequin so immaculately crafted before, Nick.
You know, Mitch, not to comment on your physique too much, but you could maybe learn a few things with the ladies if you looked a bit more like a mannequin.
This is a hand-chiseled thing. Nick, you expect me to look like a god? What are you saying, Nick?
Nothing, Mitch. Sorry.
Are you saying this because of my physical appearance that Meredith is giving me a hard time? She's not shallow, Nick.
Well, Mitch, it's just we go on all these adventures where you go weeks without showering. I've, diagnosed a few fungi on your toenails.
Nick, that kind of hurts me in a personal spot.
I'm sorry, Mitch. I just want you and your love life to flourish, like the fungi in your toenails.
I got some special ointments for the fungi, Nick. But I want to tell you that if Meredith or any woman in this world is going to love me, they're going to have to love me for who I am. I want you to accept me for who I am too, Nick. As a matter of fact, I do recall that I'm the one who, in a sense, raised you ever since you were a wee little boy into the strapping young man I see before myself today. And now I get repaid by kind of a personal attack. I know you had my best interests in mind, Nick, but no thank you.
Okay, Mitch. Well, perhaps we should carry on. Perhaps that scroll has some clue to where the medallion lies.
Perhaps it does. It's stuck. Can you grab the other side, Nick? Is there some sort of trick here? Look at the blueprint again. Doesn't say anything about the medallion or
Mitch,
scroll.
this reminds me of when we found that Grecian statue in Athens.
That's right.
We had to touch the passcode in its abdomen.
I don't see anything. Wait, no, you're right. There's a series of levers and tiny switches. It's working. Good thinking, Nick.
Security's gonna be on us, Mitch.
This medallion's back on top, under the lingerie.
Oh no.
Listen, Nick.
Mitch, I hear security coming.
Wait here a moment, Nick.
Oh, well.
You think these things? They're down there. They busted in. McCracken.
Olaf.
And his little friend, Nicholas Finch.
We're about the same height.
I see. You seek the medallion.
Olaf, listen. We've crossed paths many times before, but you can't have this one this time.
Then you discovered it already?
What if I have?
And it shall be your doom.
Olaf, why do you need this medallion? Surely you can't have better reasons than Mitch getting it for his girlfriend for the holidays.
That's why I want it, Olaf.
Why, yes, I do. Don't you know, tomorrow is Mother's Day.
That's right. Well, that's very sweet of you, Olaf. Part of me is having kind of a kind heart to your endeavor. Maybe I will let you have it. Here's the...
Nice one, Mitch.
Quickly.
Climb up to the top floor.
Run! You'll never get out of here! I let in a horde of Black Friday shoppers and told them the medallion is a sale item!
Quickly, Nick. Get up.
Mitch, it's those notorious Mother's Day Black Friday shoppers. They're coming. Mitch, that guy got the medallion.
We gotta get him, Nick. We gotta get it right now. Wait a minute. Do you hear that sound? It sounds like a heavy stone is being shut. The won't work the indoors. The walls are closing in. Oh no, it was a big trap all along. It's getting smaller and tighter, Nick. The entranceway is flooding with water. Oh, I'm sorry, Nick. I failed you.
Attention shoppers, prepare to die.
Mitch, buck up. We got this. Here, let's get to higher ground.
Mitch McCracken will not die today!
Mitch, I see a service elevator. We can squeeze in there.
Go!
Here for the holidays.
We gotta jump! 1, 2, 3! Ah! Roll!
Oh, we made it out good.
Thank God. And all I have to show for it is that worthless scroll.
Wait a minute, Mitch. I mean, this could be nice in a boudoir of sorts. Maybe your girlfriend would like this.
Maybe you're right, mate. Or maybe Mitch McCracken is not cut out for the love life.
Mitch.
Oh, Mitch. Oh, honey.
Meredith!
I was so worried about you. I heard that there was a 50% off Black Friday sale. And you know how it always gets terrible at Woolworths.
You heard correctly, Meredith. But why are you here so late? It's dangerous. You know how vicious those people are.
I know. I just missed you, and it's Christmas almost.
Well, Meredith, I want to tell you something. I can't see you anymore.
Why?
I'm not good enough for you.
You've always been good enough for me, Mitch.
That's for you. It's a worthless old piece of parchment that led me to a treasure which would have led me ultimately straight to your heart. But I see that.
It's beautiful.
Really?
Mitch, it's gorgeous.
You like that?
I love it. It is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And it was 50% off. I love it so much. Oh, Mitch.
I almost died getting it.
I love it when you almost die for me.
Well, you're gonna love living with me then.
You're asking me to move in with you?
If you take me.
Yes, Mitch.
Did you hear that, Nick?
Good job, pal.
You were right after all, Nick. Well, Meredith, you know, I have to promise you something. I will do my best to always be there for you and to love you the way you deserve. But my life is full of adventure and sometimes turmoil and danger.
That's what I love about you, Mitch. You come back with the most amazing stories.
How do you feel about Kessicratus fungi?
I love that. It's a toe fungus, isn't
It
it?
is.
It's my favorite fungus in the whole world.
We're going to be together for a long time.
And so, Mitch went back to his place to prepare for his girlfriend's arrival to move in. Now, in the films, Mitch lived in a mansion of sorts, but in real life, it wasn't quite so glamorous. Who here can guess where the real Mitch McCracken lived?
Mobile home.
A mobile home. Yes, that is correct. In a trailer park, there was a mobile home. Out front, Mitch was having a job with all the other folks of the mobile home community. There was a nice fire brewing as they made food for the evening. There were fireflies about as well.
That's some story you were telling, Mitch.
Yeah. So she's going to move in with me next week, huh?
Wow, you did it. After all these years of looking for love, you found it. You're a lucky man.
Thanks, Larry. You're a good friend.
Well, thanks, Mitch.
You ready for your burger?
Yeah.
All right.
You know, Mitch, I never told you this, but I always looked up to you.
To me, Larry?
Sure.
Well, I'm flattered to hear that. Why?
Why? Look at the life you live. You're always off doing exciting things. You have a girlfriend who's gonna move in with you.
Yeah.
Look at me. I've been alone in this trailer here for the last 12 years.
Well, Larry, is there a special someone in your life?
Oh, yeah, but I don't have any chance there.
I thought the same thing, Larry. I thought exactly the same thing. I was wrong.
You don't understand. I'm under a curse.
A curse?
Yeah.
You know, I don't believe in superstition, Larry.
Oh, look, I know that nobody believes in curses anymore. I'm probably living in the past. But I've got to tell you something. Even in this modern age of 1936, there are forces that we don't understand. And there are curses, and my family is under one.
Okay, Larry, I'll listen to your tall tale. Go ahead.
Well, you know, my grandfather was a World War I soldier. And he came back from something from the war that he never showed anybody. He kept it in a box in the fireplace, and he just looked at it every day. But he never opened it and showed anyone. Well, one day, right before he died, he called me in. And he said, "You want to know what's in there?" "Sure," I said. And he opened it up, and there was this big, beautiful, amber jewel, like as big as a doorknob. And it was so bright, it blinded me when I was looking at it. And he looked at me and he said, "You know what that is?" He said, "It's the
Amber Jewel of Tannoy.
How did you know?
The Amber Jewel of Tannoy.
Yeah.
That was in myth.
No, that's just it. It's not a myth. And he found it. And you know, of course, or maybe you don't, that whoever holds the jewel will have love in their life forever. But if the jewel is lost, then love will never visit their household, including their descendants. You didn't try to say that at the same time.
I'm just in shock. Larry, how's the burger?
Delicious.
I know.
Well, when Grandpa died, he called me in and he said he wanted me to have the amber jewel so that love can find me the same way it found him with my grandmother. But when he opened the box to give it to me, it was gone empty.
Well, I hear your point, Larry. You know, maybe there might be something to this.
Ever since then, I couldn't find love for, well, just money.
Well, did your grandfather leave you any sort of clue, a hint, a direction to steer towards?
Well, he did, but it was at that point that I started thinking he must have been going crazy. I don't know. All he gave me was this old piece of parchment with something on it that I can't understand.
I can't understand this either, Larry. This is an ancient cuneiform based on Sumerian subtext in the Pleistocene age. This is extremely rare. The ink, when held up to the sun, has a translucent quality. The bleed-through on the edges is a purplish hue, which means this was made with oxtail blood.
I just realized something. You're an adventurer. You go off on adventures all the time and find things just like this.
I do.
Mitch,
Yes.
do you think you could find the amber jewel for me? That way you could bring love back into my life and break the curse.
You know what, Larry? Yes. I will give a valiant effort for you, Larry, and for the world. This is a priceless artifact, something that must be known.
But you can't give it to a museum or anything. You have to give it to me.
I understand, Larry. I'll give it to you. But once you get love, what are you going to do with it?
Hug her and kiss her.
I meant with the amber jewel.
I don't know. One thing at a time, Mitch. You bring me back that jewel, please.
All right, Larry. I'm on the case.
And so, Mitch went to go get that scrap of paper translated. At the one place in the world where he knew a translator talented enough to understand. What was that one location?
An elementary school.
An elementary school. That is an excellent guess, and it is correct. An elementary school. Yes, it was in Middle America. An elementary school teacher scrubbing off the blackboard. The little children running out of the classroom. They were very small, and I'm going to describe them as they did. Yes, they tussled, and they thought, and they did 3 twirls. And then they left.
Mitchell,
Jackson?
didn't think I'd see your face in here again.
Well, we're brothers after all, despite our history. Nice class we got here. I
This
see
history
you
that-
really worked your way up from a college professor to an elementary school teacher.
I don't always do things for clout, Mitchell, and that's maybe the difference between you and I. I do things that matter. And you know what matters more than teaching some aloof college-age kid? Shaping the minds of the next generation of leaders.
I couldn't agree with you more, Jackson. I meant that as a compliment.
Oh, well, your compliments sometimes feel like insults, Mitch.
That's what got us to this place to begin with. I say one thing, and you misinterpret it as another thing. Maybe why don't you listen to me for once? Read between the lines. You know, I'm sorry, Jackson.
You're right.
It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
All right. How's Dad?
Still home
Do you still visit Mom's grave?
every Sunday with flowers and her favorite chocolates.
Yeah.
Somebody had to stay home while one of us adventured all around the world, you know. Take care of the homestead, make sure the cats got fed, the llamas were brushed.
I chose a different life, Jackson. Sorry. That's actually why I came here to see you. I need your help regarding a man named Larry. Listen, before we get to all that, I just want to say that I'm sorry.
Pardon?
I'm sorry. Okay? We're good?
It is good to see you.
Good to see you.
All right, so I know you didn't stop by to ask after my children or
Listen,
see Dad. He always brings you so much sadness when he doesn't remember you.
I want a reunion with us sometime, but I don't have much time right now. Can you decipher the script on this piece of parchment?
Of course, this is ancient Sumerian cuneiform.
That's right.
Written in ox blood. You can see the purple outline.
Yes, that's much I figured, but what does it say?
This is about, let's see, he who seeks the amber jewel of Tanoi should look no further. This rhymes in Sumerian, but it doesn't really rhyme in English. Let me see if I can find a better
Wait,
word.
it rhymes.
In Sumerian, yes.
What's the meter?
It's 4/4, but it flips on the third verse to 2/3. Yeah. He who seeks the amber jewel of Tanoi should seek it as if he were a boy.
A what? A boy?
A boy. It says should. In Sumerian, it's more literal. It says something like should look and find the youth within their heart. I'm trying to make it rhyme.
Wait, each third letter within the meter change is a Mixolydian Ionian pentameter.
That's right.
That's
You always were so good at these.
A R
Mm-hmm.
S
A-R-S, that's exactly right. Mm-hmm.
A R S D Arst.
The D is another A.
No.
A-R-S-A.
You're right. I'm sorry. Arsa.
The ancient city of Arsa.
The ancient city of Arsa, based in the current world that we know as.
Of course, it's in the desert of Iran.
Arsa. Thank you, Jackson.
Nobody knows where it is, though. It's covered in sand completely. They used to say that this was, the verdant valley that sat between the rivers, the ancient Sumeria. And just they logged it all and took all the natural resources, and the sand's rolled in. It's probably buried, and no one will ever find the entrance for it.
Looking here on your world map. Were there any coordinates on there? Wait,
Oh, yeah,
the meters. These are longitude, latitude coordinates.
No. Oh.
16748. Smack dab in the middle. Tehran.
Right in town.
I did, Larry.
Jackson, all right. You really were a sight to see when your eyes light up and you're on the track and the gears start working. I thought it was fun playing all those games with you when we were kids, and you just grew so adept at it. You surpassed me so quickly. I'm glad I could help, even in the small.
Jackson, I couldn't have done this without you. I couldn't have done many things in my life without you.
Well, stop by sometime, okay?
When I find this, I'll come by.
Mother! Mother, I am home!
Oh, good son, let me put something over my shoulders. It's about time you're home.
Happy Mother's Day,
Oh,
Mother!
you remembered. You're the best son ever.
I have brought you a scented candle.
What's wrong with you? Do you know how many years I was in labor with you?
Mother, I know you wish for me to seek for you the medallion, but again I was thwarted by that wretched Mitch McCracken!
Ah! Do not say that name.
Madam, shall I bring the paddle?
Mother.
You have disappointed me greatly.
No, Mother.
Yes, son. It is time for the battle. Bend over.
Valerie-Yield, I deserve this.
Yes, you do. How old are you again?
38.
Oh, it's going to take a long time.
No! No! Mother, have I not done much to make you proud? Remember the state of our family after World War I. We were deposed, our castle taken from us. I was able to return us to our homeland, recapture our castle, and bring wealth from all my stolen goods throughout the world. I have built an army of henchmen, a network of black marketeers. And yet, you will never be satisfied with me until I bring you grandchildren.
So, let's talk about the family jewels then, if not the emerald.
Oh, the emerald was stolen by an American GI when our castle was sacked.
Then, if I do not get the jewel and I do not get grandchildren, you will be disowned.
No, Mother.
Oh, yes.
I will get the jewel for you. I will use it to find love and bring you grandchildren. For I bring you not just failure on this day, but some interesting news as well. My contacts in the black markets of Tehran have heard murmurs.
Murmurs?
Yes, that the jewel that had long gone missing has resurfaced.
Then we will find it.
Yes, Mother.
And you will keep your place in this family estate.
And so Mitch and I set off to Tehran to go after the Amber Jewel. Now in the film, we simply took an airplane to get there, but in real life, we had more curious accommodations. What did we use to travel from the United States to Iran?
Hot air balloon.
I heard a hot air balloon. Yes, that is correct. Halfway across the Atlantic, we were in a fantastic section of the dining hall of the hot air balloon. Wait, I'm sorry, you said hot air balloon. I was thinking about the time we were on the Zeppelin. We were in a hot air balloon.
Nick, I ordered the extra large hot air balloon. There's a dining hall here.
I get all these adventures mixed up sometimes. Mitch! What a fantastic rental. It's far better than an airplane.
I agree. We get to see the world in every angle and get fresh air at the same time. Oh, thank you, Nick. Champagne? To a new adventure, friend.
Hey, Mitch. I've been wondering something.
Go ahead.
You had everything you wanted. Your girlfriend moving in with you. You know, your whole life ahead. And now we're off on another adventure.
I understand your point, Nick. I don't feel that I'm worth it without having to always prove myself. I guess it stems from my lack of attention that I have received from my parents. Thank you for the psychological evaluation. Garçon? Need a new glass.
Mitch, I know it was recently Mother's Day and your mom's dead. I just want to offer my condolences.
Thank you.
Where does that guy keep going?
There's a separate compartment down below. Don't think too much about it, Nick.
Rules.
Oh, thank you very much. And we'll take the steak tartars after our cocktails. Nick, I know where you're going with this. Yes. Thank you very much.
Mitch, this feels very romantic, as if you had booked it maybe to go on with your girlfriend.
Nothing gets by you, Nick. Nothing. Yes, I booked it for me and Meredith.
Well, why did you bring me?
Because I want adventure, Nick. Adventure calls me.
The eyes in my heart. It's crowded back there.
When Meredith agreed to be with me, Nick, I felt excitement and appreciation, but a new feeling came across me, a new feeling that I never thought I'd imagine. Fear, doubt, and a tinge of regret.
Mitch, I mean, look at us. We're thousands of feet over the Atlantic Ocean, traveling by a very luxurious hot air balloon.
Oh.
You're not afraid of anything.
Forgot something.
It's very odd that...
We dine on lobster tomorrow night.
Oh.
Yes, it is romantic, Nick.
Why are you after this jewel?
Because I saw in Larry's eyes a man that was given up, a man that was almost able to grasp what he wanted. It reminded me of me. And I think it still does remind me of me. Because when I look in the mirror, Nick, I see that same man looking right back at him. I don't know. I think I need this jewel to feel validated, to feel that perhaps love is going to come to me again and stay there. I don't want to lose her. I've given way to superstition myself, like a fool.
All right, pal. If that's what you need to go halfway across the world and find a jewel to prove that a woman can love you, then we'll do it. But I have one thing to ask you, Mitch. What is that other hot air balloon following us doing?
Attention! All agents and pilots in the Air Force of Olaf! McCracken in a hot air balloon approaching the shore. You have orders. Shoot him down on sight!
That's Olaf. He's gonna shoot us down on sight.
Oh no!
Don't worry, Nick.
Where are those garçons?
These chairs detach, and they lock into this part of the cabin. Sit in. Lift this flange. Lift the flange now! Let's go like you're burning to an airplane.
Whoa! You got me deluxe package!
I sure did.
Mitch, do you have a gun on you? They're firing
I
at us!
don't. Get your seatbelt on. Count of 3. I'm gonna let it go of the lever. 1, 2, 3. They're gaining on us.
Uncle Lon, you have to jump aboard!
I think I hit them.
We're hit, Mitch!
I don't have any weapons.
You got your fist, pal.
I will get closer and throw this really close hand grenade at him.
Wait, he's coming aboard!
Ah! You!
Mitch! Mitch, here's a grenade! Mitch! Nice job, pal.
We're out of fuel. There's a parachute. We're not out of the woods yet.
Mitch, what about those 2 garçons? They were lovely men. They gave us excellent service.
They're part of the union, Nick. That's for them to worry about it. There's only 1 parachute and 4 of us. No! Don't do it! What about us?
No, grab on.
Okay.
Hold tightly. A 1, a 2, a 3.
Into a ring, hurry! Hey, he's coming our way, Mitch! You gotta fight him, Mitch! Attention all pilots of Ola who are free falling! Kill Mitch McCracken! Mitch, there's 4 pilots free falling! Come towards us!
It's a really high altitude hot air balloon.
Wait, I'll get one!
We only have 30 more seconds until I have enough pulls to parachute and then you'll die.
Hey, catch me!
A 1, 2, 3. Nice floating there.
The light flashed before my eyes.
That was great!
Mitch, are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. This compass northeast is that way. Tehran is calling. Thank you.
We are in the middle of the desert. May we come along?
Here's your
At least
tip.
until Tehran. Please. This literally means nothing out here.
Mother, my pilots have failed me, but never fear. They are on the outskirts of Tehran, and first they must pass through my fields of quicksand.
No, your field of quicksand.
Mitch McCracken shall never steal the amber jewel, and it will be mine.
And don't forget I'm chewing.
Yes, Mother. I swear it!
And so, Mitch, me, and 2 fantastic garçons marched towards Tehran, about to face the terrors that lie because of Olaf. Will we find the Amber Jewel? Will we return it to Larry? And will he find love? Find out after a 15-minute intermission.